Week 17. Used to be the last week of the year. Now it's not. We have 2 more weeks of football. Week 16, we all went 9-7. So it was a wash. You guys somehow nailed this Texans-Titans pick, which is fucking... I will never... you picked a 1-11 team to win a game, and they did.
1-11-1.
Yeah, come on.
My goodness. Let me see which genius picks only I got. Looking around.
None of them.
I got the Packers-Dolphins game.
The Packers.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have happened, honestly. But
how about that?
3
Unfair
interceptions to it felt like the same guy. Tua sucks.
I mean, he had his brain scrambled, like you said.
He hadn't. Yeah. It wasn't that early in the game. He had already thrown a couple before he got knocked into. Hopefully, next season, because he should not be back.
The NFL media, that's all they want. They're like, this guy cannot possibly play again. It's like, shouldn't we see what he thinks too? He's going to want to play,
of course,
which I know we have to protect him from himself and all that. What if the doctor says it's okay? Is that better than an NFL Network guy saying it's not okay?
That's true. You have to let the gladiators fight and die in the arena, because I don't think Tua feels like he has great career prospects after football. At this age, I would not think so. He doesn't seem totally charismatic. Hasn't gotten to that first contract where he's fully paid out. And the Dolphins community loves him. I mean, there's nowhere to go. You're going to be doing college analysis at 8:30 in the morning. Yeesh. Alabama radio. I mean, what do you do? So yeah, hold on to this job, man.
I mean, he could just go home to Hawaii and just live on the beach for the rest of his life. Doesn't sound too bad. So our grand totals are Danny's still ahead, but this is all anybody's game because we're literally within 3 or 5 games of each other. Danny's at 141, 95-2. I'm at 138, 102. Jamel's at 136, 102-2. So I'm 3 behind Danny. Jamel is 5 behind Danny. We're going. This is not just regular season. Are we going through the playoffs?
Yeah, LFG.
Last year, I had to sweat till the fucking Super Bowl.
Okay, we're going
now
through the playoffs. Now
you want to change the rules?
Just clarifying for new listeners, we will be picking games through the Super Bowl. That is when we will determine our $100 gift card prize winner. There's a lot on the line. Anybody's ball game. Let's get into this Week 17 slate. Cowboys at Titans, Thursday Night Football. Looks like it's going to be Malik Willis. Looks like it's going to be a Cowboys victory, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cowboys. I got to stop. I got to just go chalk.
We do really have to. I mean, now we're playing for keeps. This is too tight even for me. I was in the lead. I was cruising for so long. Now I got to not only figure out the strategy, but pick teams that are just obvious. The Cowboys are obviously better than whatever the Titans are right now.
Yeah. I mean, they lost to the Texans at home in a must-win game. I mean, Derrick Henry ran for over 100 yards. None of it mattered.
Yeah, and the Cowboys
kind of
they just waxed your asses. So
they put up 40. So it's nothing I can really say. That was rough to watch, at least from a Cowboys scoring output perspective. They took it to us. So that was rough. They're going to take it to the Titans as well. Let's move on to Sunday morning. We're back to Sundays. No Saturday games this week.
Phew.
Thank God.
Your Saturdays are free. You don't have to set your lineups or worry for your championship matches. Sunday football, Cardinals at Falcons. I mean, thank God these teams play each other so they don't have to ruin a game that matters. Like, this is awful. This is as bad as it gets.
This is a one-sentence game. I'm going to say J.J. Watt, hero mode, post-retirement hero mode. Everybody joins in on the fun, beating the shit out of the Riddler.
Oh my God, Danny is picking the Arizona Cardinals to win a football game?
They're hot. They took Tom Brady to the wire.
That's hot.
I mean, nobody else besides Jono watched 1 second of that game, so I assume they're hot.
Oh my goodness. I am picking the Falcons. There's no good reason for it. There's no logic to this game. It's like you were saying, Danny, nobody knows anything till week 14. I don't know anything about either of these teams at all. And we're in week 17. So this is just a coin flip. It's Falcons for me. They're at home.
Yeah, gotta go Falcons. I hope to never watch bird ball again. Hoping picking the Falcons works once for a change.
Okay, Bears at Lions. The Bears no-showed the Bills game, even though they played tough the previous couple weeks. And then the Lions no-showed their. America was rooting for the Detroit Lions to make the playoffs. They had everybody's goodwill on their side, and they just got pulverized by the Panthers. I mean, Dan Campbell, that makes me question if he's a good coach or not. Because the Panthers have an interim head coach in Steve Wilkes. And Dan Campbell got fucking smashed by that guy. And now they're still, I guess, possibly can make the playoffs. Can they beat the Bears, though, at home?
Jared Goff is just agoraphobic, I think, and he likes to play inside at home. And this is where this game is being played. Last week it was Panthers. That stadium's weird. It's always like a 125 game, or an early game where there's too much sun and nobody likes it. It's weird. The elements are strange, and Goff at home, he's going to be so snug and throw to his guys and do the stuff he does. Give me the Lions.
I must too pick Lyon.
Yeah, Kings of Leons. I don't have an argument for the Bears. The Bears are incentivized to lose out. They're in line with the number 1 pick overall because the fucking Texans won. So they still can get that thing and then trade back because they have a quarterback. So they're sitting pretty with draft position. Okay, Jags at Texans. Your first place Jaguars.
That's
Am I
right.
saying it right yet, Danny? I've been working on this.
My first place Jaguars. I have a pet peeve that for some reason, whenever they have to say it, the Kansas City reporters or the podcast guys that I listen to, the Chiefs guys, they say Jaguars like a bunch of little fucking kids. I hate
You called me out on it. I've done it.
It is not. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I can't hear it. But we're gonna have to hear a lot more of the Jaguars because they're gonna win out, I think, and make the playoffs. It's easy to beat the Texans. It's weird that that Malik Willis
didn't think so last week.
They're spry but not unbeatable when you're trying to go on a playoff run, which Trevor Lawrence is.
Man, I'm picking the Texans.
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
The Texans, they're hot. They're hot. They're actually hot. They won a game. They didn't almost win a game.
All right.
If the baseline for heat is nearly winning, the Texans are on fucking fire.
I love it. Thank you for this.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jags. Come on. It's Doug Peterson, man.
Man, whatever, dude. You think the Jags are a real football team? Kiss my ass. They beat the Jets. The Jets barely have a staff. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have shit, dude.
Yeah. It was a downpour. It's Thursday night.
Yeah,
Nothing matters.
That shit don't count.
Danny, let's pull up that clip of you basically calling this in the August preseason edition of Sorry We Love Football. So we'll have to unearth some of your good takes, not just all the bad stuff that you see.
20% of the time, I'm right. 100% of the time.
Next up, Broncos at Chiefs. Let's just talk about the Broncos first. Nathaniel Hackett got fired. They're stuck with Russell Wilson. They really are. The offensive line has turned on him. The whole team seems like all of his teammates openly hate the quarterback, which is unbelievably funny. And they're stuck with him.
I mean,
if they get rid of him, they have to pay him $100 million to leave.
Yeah, $109 million actually. So that's like it's $100 million, and then it's like a decent strong safety. That's like a really bad fucking deal. But they're not going to be able to get rid of him. They already said publicly that, they're going to,
he's back.
That he's
fixable.
Fixable. What a fun thing to hear about yourself from a loser like George Payton in the Broncos organization. Either way, it's going to be a Chiefs win, but I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I know that we can beat them quite easily. And watching that game, parts of the game that I could stomach, I was salivating. I was like, it was like put a Pizza Hut pizza in front of me, and I was like drooling buckets until they announced that this guy gets fired. and there's all kinds of hope for the future. It's making me nervous, but give me the Chiefs, of course.
I mean, and Danny, allowing 10 points to a top 10 offense in the Seattle Seahawks, nothing to scoff at. The Chiefs defense played really well in that game.
It was really 3 points too until the very end. It was a very solid defensive performance that I do not think we can repeat consistently. But maybe against the Broncos we'll beat them by I wouldn't pick the spread. That's just me. That's just my Jewish nerves. But we should beat the crap out of these losers.
Jamel?
The
Chiefs all around. All right, Dolphins at Patriots. This is broken. Tua won't be playing in this game. So I'm picking the Patriots based off of that. I don't believe in what's their backup guy's name? Skyler or something?
It's Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Two Gloves.
Oh, yeah, it's Teddy Two Gloves.
The B-man.
Well, they had another guy have to play earlier this season too, and I think his name's Skyler something. So I still like the Patriots in this game. Which is horrible because no one wants to see the Patriots in the playoffs. They're so boring and so bad.
Their path to the playoffs is odd. It would involve the Dolphins losing a few, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, they're playing them right now. They got to beat them.
But it would need to be more than one. I don't know. I mean, I think they will win this game. You can put me down for the Patriots, but I don't think they make the playoffs. God forbid.
Fins up.
Oh my God.
Ooh. You got that much faith in Bridge over Troubled Waters?
No, I don't have faith. I've decided 3 weeks ago that I was not going to win this gift card, and you guys keep leaving the door open. So I'm going to keep trying to shut it for you, but we'll see. Fins.
I think that Texans pick covered it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, the Texans should not want to win. We can't stress that enough. They need the first pick to get the quarterback they want.
Houston pride.
Come on, man. If you get the second pick, you can just draft something else.
Houston's hot. Jamel's right. That's why James Harden wants to go back.
Precisely.
Oh, God. We're not getting into that. Colts at Giants.
Oof.
Oh, Colts. The Colts. They can't, who do they even start this week?
I got to say Giants before you even try to involve analysis in whatever happens in this game.
Their defense played well. The Colts defense played well in that Monday night game.
The Colts defense should revolt on the rest of the organization. The Colts defense has been a fantastic defense all year, but they either have to deal with Matt Ryan throwing some of the worst footballs I ever seen. Matt Ryan's out there throwing Tide Pods around, or the coach is letting them down. Giants.
The Giants will win. Yes, I agree fully. The Colts are finding interesting ways to be.
You guys ready for this? I'm going to say it. Colts. Colts.
Thank you.
You have the nerve to make fun of me for picking anything and you pick the Colts?
They're just that dumb. It's just the league's dumb. We all know this. This is like you guys picking the Texans last week. So when the Colts are up 3 in the fourth quarter and you're sweating it, I can't wait for that. Okay, next up, Saints at Eagles. We haven't really talked about the Eagles yet. Lane Johnson, huge news, injury. We lost our slot. The injuries are finally starting to catch up with this team, which we were lucky all season long. Now we're losing our quarterback, our best players in other important positions. I thought Minshew played well. He turned some sloppy turnovers, whatever.
Well. Made your boy 200 or plus 2,000 now in the MVP race.
Yeah, I didn't think Mahomes was lit the world on fire in that game. I mean, he was good. He's always good.
A diving touchdown. The man wants it more than anyone. He wants this trophy.
Beautiful thing.
This is setting up deliciously for the thing that I've said all season long. Every time you brought up what a steamroller this Eagles team is, I'm just saying that first playoff week, that's where you should start being afraid. That first game, whether you're the 1 seed and you had the bye, or you're playing at home, or maybe you lose the next couple and somehow you're playing away, it doesn't matter. That first playoff game should terrify you. And now,
of course it does. Every playoff game terrifies me.
This whole season for you has been like final destination. The Rube Goldberg machine slowly working its magic until the crescendo of death.
I hope Jalen Hurts plays in this game, even if he's not 100%. Shut the door, beat this team. We own the Saints' first-round pick, so beating them is a double whammy. We get a better draft pick if we win this game, and we get the number 1 seed. We should be fully incentivized to win this game. I don't want Jalen to be rusty and not have played in like 6 weeks before he comes back. I think it's worth it to play him. The Saints' pass rush isn't that good, so you shouldn't be too scared with that losing the right tackle. Give me the Eagles, and let's celebrate all the way into the new year.
I mean, I'm taking the Eagles, but I don't think Hurts should play. I think rest as many guys, even if dudes is questionable. This should be a full roster of second string guys playing the Saints. Then you bring them all back for the next week.
Why?
Or
If we
week 18.
win, we will have no reason to play that game.
I don't think Hurts plays, by the way. I mean, that's best for your
We don't really
team.
have an update. All of the Hurts camp people say he is hell-bent on playing, but, I think he would have played last week too, and they didn't allow him to. So
the reason to play the last game is rhythm, bro. Get the rhythm. And it's even better that the last game doesn't matter. Even if they lose, you get Hurts out there. He throws a couple weird balls. It's fine. He'll get it out of his system by playoff time.
Look, this is a situation where I'm going to have to play strategy even though I don't want to. I'm going to have to pick the Eagles to keep pace with whatever else happens. If this was 2 weeks ago and I was on cruise control, I'd be picking the goddamn Saints. You better believe it. Look, I think they can win this game.
This will not be an easy game. It's going to be very annoying and a slugfest, and they're going to break out all their Taysom Hill shit. Alvin Kamara is going to look like he was playing 3 years ago. Olave is going to go off. Like, it's going to be a tough game. I just think we're better. So I fully expect the Eagles to win that game. Okay, last early game, Panthers at Bucks. Keep pounding. Keep pounding. Do you think Sam Darnold's the starter next year? Has he earned it?
I like it. I like the idea of it. I don't think that with, a pretty aggressive Jewish owner who we all enjoy, we all enjoy a guy willing to throw some money around and be weird about his team. His fandom spills too much into his ownerdom, but he's not going to accept a Sam Darnold for another season. Any real fan wouldn't. You need to draft somebody. And that guy will probably win a preseason competition against Sam Darnold if Baker Mayfield was able to do that. So probably no Darnold. But, the running game's good. The defense is kind of good. I just think Tom Brady is kind of he's licking up the last few droplets of dark crystal magic that he has left.
Oh.
He's broken the seal on his evil crystal. It's open and he's just licking the bowl of the crystal half to get the last bits of juice.
He definitely has an Aaron Hernandez bone amulet.
And that's going to this victory against the Panthers seals the playoffs. I think he's got to use it now.
I got to pick the Panthers because I'm a comedian.
I'm picking the Panthers as well.
I think be that funny.
I genuinely think the Panthers are better.
They might be better. That is not the issue. I think the Cardinals were better, honestly, than whatever Tom Brady's doing right now. But here we are.
Well, there's actually one more early game. My bad. I thought this was in the afternoon. Browns at Commanders. What? Wentz versus Watson, baby. The Browns now eliminated from the playoffs officially, freed up to just play loose and ruin the Commanders season for good. Yeah. I'm sorry. Browns coach is going to put together a masterful game plan.
If there was ever a time for the plot of The Last Boy Scout to be lived out on TV, it would be this game.
This is a great game.
Yeah, I'm picking the Commanders, and Probably, maybe for the last time ever. This might be my last time ever picking the Commanders to win a game.
This is
I'm just going to embrace it.
Yeah, you should, because your team actually has more of a future than the Browns, I think, and they're the ones who committed $500 million to get Deshaun Watson the most therapy a man could buy. I don't know how much that amount of guaranteed money could get you, but this is the Brown Bowl. You know, the Browns and the FedEx Field Washington Commanders, kind of the Boykin Brown D for you kind of thing. I'm making it work.
Yeah, I see
The
what
Brown
you're.
Bowl.
You made it. Yeah.
It's the Brown Bowl, and only the Browniest team can win. And the Commanders have been such shit lately that I think they're going to win. That's my logic.
Wow. What? What just happened? It's the Orange Bowl. They wear orange. FedEx is orange, and then they have orange.
I'm taking the Browns to the Orange Bowl. Give me the Browns, baby.
Yeah, it's a wise pick.
It's Wentz. If it's Wentz playing, this is Meltdown City.
Yeah, it's Meltdown City, and Terry McLaurin is going to disappear. For all of you people whoever's in a fantasy final with Terry McLaurin, bench that man. Bench that man now. We're talking about single-digit targets.
I mean,
at best.
At least Carson Wentz can go to a grocery store and not get booed. I just feel like Deshaun Watson's life has just sucked so much, and great, that's been the goal of all of us booers. But still, it sucked so much. I don't think he can win. The will is not in him.
I got the Browns in that one. Okay, next up, Niners at Raiders, afternoon games. It's a pretty close to a one-sentence game because the Raiders are irrelevant and the Niners are steamrolling. I'll just say this. It's time to end the Derek Carr era. It's lasted 9 seasons now, 0 playoff wins. Take them behind the shed.
Sounds like a Commanders quarterback to me. That's next season. He's going to be your new Carson Wentz.
Welcome on over. We can't wait to have you. Can't wait to see you, brother.
Yeah, the Raiders just, I don't know what it is, honestly. I thought they kind of it is just Derek Carr, because the rest of the team kind of works. I mean, it all makes sense on paper. But yeah, they've shut down all their best defensive players. We're playing them in Week 18. Already drooling for that one. Hopefully they don't fire Josh McDaniels before next week. Give me the Niners, obviously. They're going to hurt them. They're going to physically hurt them.
Niners all around. I'm just imagining you're saying the Niners, right, Jamel?
Yeah, I am. Can I get do I get extra points if I call someone getting hospitalized after the game? I think a fan fight is going to end with an individual in the hospital. Can I get an extra point?
I don't know.
If it makes national news,
it's too tight of a race.
It's Niners Raiders.
Yeah.
These fans do that in preseason games.
Come on now. They started the starter jacket wars.
Shit. So I have to call a death. I can't call a death.
If you call a death, that's 5 points.
We don't do that on this show. That is uncomfortable.
I'm not going to do that.
We do it off.
I'm not going to do that. Rest in peace, Franco Harris. By the way, I'm not going to do it, even though technically I almost did it last week. I'm not going to do it.
Okay, Niners all around. Jets at Seahawks.
Why?
Zach Wilson was benched for Chris Streveler, a guy who was elevated from the practice squad that week. I didn't even know who it was.
I mean,
he also threw one of the worst footballs I've ever seen leave a man's hands.
Oh,
and the receiver caught it.
Mike White is back. Mike Whitehive, do you believe? I don't. Give me the Seahawks.
Mike White is damn good
I agree.
for a Jets quarterback. Damn good. He is slightly ahead of Flacco. And where was Flacco? We got to go to Streveler? I mean, what the fuck? We can't get a Flacco cameo? He's that far down the depth chart? It's not important. Give me the Jets. The Jets will win. Mike White.
Ooh.
I agree. This is a close game. The Jets are scrappy. I like Saleh. He knows the Seahawks very well.
He looks like
and
an
Pete Carroll.
Egyptian god.
He does.
And
he looks like an angry god at this point.
Mix that up with
the Jets season is slipping away.
Well, mix it up with a little white power, and you've got a playoff possibility in Week 18.
Oh no, the Jets cannot adopt that saying. You know, there's fans saying it though. You gotta be.
They're saying it, but not for the reason that we made up.
I'm picking the Seahawks because they're at home.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's probably this game is they're gonna tie twice.
All right, moving on. Vikings at Packers. Do you believe, Danny? Do you believe in Rodgers?
I do
it's happening.
Not believe in Aaron Rodgers. He might still make the playoffs, right? If he loses this one. I don't know the exact math.
I think they got to win out.
Well, I don't think the Vikings are going to lose this game, to be honest. I think Kirk Cousins, for lack of a better word, is hot.
Oof. You locking that in, Vikings?
You lock that right in and down. And they how many important linemen do the Packers have to lose for the season before someone takes advantage of it? Yes, it's going to be a close game. The Vikings will win on a last-second field goal, but they're going to win.
You can't picture a post-game interview with Aaron Rodgers being impossibly annoying and smug. You can't close your eyes and see that, because I can.
I can see it either way, win or loss.
This one's tough. This was a tough one. Where is this one at?
Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra.
Oh, God. The NFL Films voice is going to be there?
Yep.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this one is hurt. I think I feel some of that pizza coming back up. I don't know. Oh, Lord, I don't know. Give me the Pack.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. It's going to be miserable out there. Yeah, give me that.
I'm going to run away with this thing or possibly be losing for next week.
Hey, look, the thing is, you're not being shy. We're picking some crazy ones.
For you to lay your nuts down the way you have, Danny, it's really commendable.
Balls on the bandsaw, boys.
I was gonna say, are his nuts really
Jets on the road? He picked the Jets on the road. They don't even have a team.
White power.
See?
Zach Wilson will not replace us. Oh, that doesn't really work. Okay, sorry. Rams at Chargers. Battle for Los Angeles. Pizza Face has made the playoffs.
I'm gonna cut y'all boys off. I'm gonna get up on this one early. Rams.
Rams. Oh no.
Give me the fucking Rams. They're hot, baby.
Oh no.
I mean, they 50 burgered the best defense in football. That's
Come
true.
on, give me them Rams.
I mean, how many times this season have we watched Russell Wilson get screamed at to his face about things by his own teammates? It is of course they put a 50 burger on that. That was rock bottom. They're not going to get a rock bottom team this time. They're getting the Chargers. Give me the Chargers, please.
I do hate this Chargers team, and I don't believe in them. I'm with you on all that. And Brandon Staley is obnoxious and very annoying. We saw his pregame stretching routine for some reason.
Humping routine?
They had to air that. It wasn't even a normal missionary-style hump. It was like he was taking it in the ass style hump.
We've watched enough videos for the old ridiculousness job that we've seen people humping air in gyms quite a lot. And
quite a lot.
It's very common, but you don't do it in front of the national cameras.
I want to pick the Rams too, just because of that video.
Yeah, do it.
I hated that. And they weren't even that good in that Monday night game. It was just Foles was so bad. Oh, but how could you possibly pick the Rams? I'm picking the Chargers.
I'm
I
picking
can't.
the Rams because it's not a home game for the Chargers. The Chargers are fictitious. I think we can all agree. The way
Yes.
they beat the Colts looked as fake as could possibly be. It's
All
not
right,
good energy, bro.
moving on. Sunday night used to be one of the best rivalries in football. Steelers at Ravens. Somehow the Steelers are 7-8. They can still do this Mike Tomlin 500 over 500 season. How the fuck? I remember they were like 3-7 at some point. We're like, well, that's gone. And it's not gone yet. Mike Tomlin can still do this. And I kind of like him in this one. The Tyler Huntley Ravens do nothing for me. Nothing. I like the Steelers.
Ooh, buddy. I don't know. I don't know. Steelers.
Give me those Ravens then.
my.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I don't know. Ravens defense. Is that we can say, and they're at home.
I don't know if the Ravens fans like this Ravens team. Is like there's some weird thing going on with Lamar. The team's backing their way into the playoffs. There's not good vibes coming out of that team.
I think that
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin, because of the 17 game schedule, thinks that 8-9 counts as a 500 seed.
I would love to see him say that in a fucking press conference. Just like I still kind of did it.
I believe it counts.
Okay, Monday Night Football. Finally a good one. This is an actually good Monday Night Football game with a lot on the line. It's a great game. Bills at Bengals. Yes. This is what we want.
This is no joke. This is probably the only game I really care about this week.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm with you.
I think we're going to knock out the Broncos pretty easily if they're anything like what they were the other week. And even if they're not, this is the only game that actually has playoff implications for my team. I need the Bengals to win. The Bengals winning puts us in a dream scenario. We're the 1 seed. We get the bye. Coming into Arrowhead is the winner of the Chargers Jags. And then we play whoever comes out of the Bills-Bengals division. Give me these Bengals. I will will it to happen by pure force of my rage.
Mm-hmm.
Jamel, who you like?
In spite of my rage, I'm still just a Bengal in a cage, baby. Boingles.
Wow. We need to see Bengals kid again, which I know we always bring him up because they trotted him out for that whole playoff run and it really worked. The Bills, it's Aaron Vale, obviously a frequent guest on this program, big Bills fan. She told me she booked a flight to Buffalo for the AFC Championship game weekend because she expects them to be there. I was like, this betrays everything you are as a Bills fan. What Bills fan expects to be there or host that game?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like a Josh Allen red zone interception, it is going to be the kind of cell phone that she will come to regret for years to come.
So I'm picking the Bills just because this game is truly a toss-up, and I think the Bills are better.
They are not better. Have you
they're
seen
kinda
Josh
better.
Allen
They're
lately?
like a little better.
Josh Allen's really good.
He's pretty good at running.
He's really good.
He's good at knocking people over on 3rd and 15 because that's what he has to do. When he throws it too deep, over 15 yards over the middle of the field, someone else from the other team is going to catch it. That's what's been happening, especially in the red zone. Guys, garbage. Like a garbage plate.
That's crazy. That's crazy to say. But I'm rocking with the home team, and it's still the regular season, and the Bills are the 3rd best team in the AFC. The Bengals are, and the Bills are the 2nd, and that's fine. Upsets happen every day, B.
Okay,
I'm just saying. I'm saying it's barely an upset. It's
It
even.
really
It's
isn't.
like even in my mind.
It's
So
I
I'm
agree
going
with
with the
that.
home team. That's it.
Okay. Let's move on to this week's mailbag. Every week, envelopes, packages, gifts, letters flood the Sorry We Love Football headquarters, and we read one of them each on air. Danny, you want to reach into that mailbag and grab something to read?
Bags, bottoms, letters. Let's go. Hey guys, love the show. It's me, Chiefsaholic, Chiefs superfan and bank robber extraordinaire, writing to you from an Oklahoma jail, which won't hold me for long. And once I'm out, I fully intend to be back at Arrowhead Stadium drinking High Lifes and watching the immortal Patrick Mahomes on the FDIC insured dime that I've grown accustomed to. See, I learned my lesson from getting caught. Never heist alone. And this time, I put together a crew of ex-NFL players that could take down Fort Knox. Like my entry man, Ryan Leaf. He can break into anything. All he needs is a chisel and some pills. I got my guy Maurice Claret working crowd control. Put a gun in his hand, he'll scare the shit out of you. I also found a top-notch wheelman. I believe you've heard of him, Dante Stallworth. He's going to transfer the cash into Nate Newton's trunk, where it'll be laundered through his weed export business. Seamless. Good luck trying to foil me this time, pigs. I'm in this thing until the bitter end, because I'm not just a Chiefsaholic, if you know what I mean. For me, the action is the juice. That's from Heat. Go Chiefs. Signed Chiefsaholic.
Nice.
I'm a little jealous of this late season fun Chiefs boost that you've gotten out of this story, because it's an awesome story. You have a Chiefs super fan robbing banks. I mean, this sounds like a fucking made up story out of the 1940s, but it's happening right now.
Oh,
And I like his super team as well. I think that's a great idea.
That's really what the whole letter was based on. It seems like it's just letting us know who's in his gang, and it actually works together perfectly. These are all probably the best felons the NFL has ever had.
Ryan Leaf's Twitter action is pretty fun these days. He claps back at a lot of people. So he searches his name pretty often and tells them how it really is.
Yeah, weird.
He's
a really angry guy. Yeah.
It seems like it. I mean, being the biggest bust of all time has got to fucking ruin your life a little bit.
Stick in your craw a bit.
Jamel, you got a letter?
Yeah, I got a letter. My letter today comes from Tua Tagovailoa's last brain cell.
Ooh, I love it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Love the show. For all you folks out there, all in my shit, because I threw a couple picks, I'm fighting for my fucking life. You think me throwing a couple picks is a problem? I'm dealing with so much right now. You think my throwing motion is weird because I'm left-handed? Go fuck yourself. Me and my host are playing till the bitter end. This is football, dog. It comes with CTE. I don't give a shit what happens next. We will be playing the next time the doctors let us. And when I off myself in front of Nick Saban's house 10 years from now, it'll all be worth it. It'll all be worth it. I don't give a shit if I only make a half of playoff appearance. This is what football's about, goddammit. End of letter.
That's, I mean,
Grim.
well said, but so grim we can't use it in any promotion capacity.
Yeah, it got a little, whoa.
This is just for the real deep cutters who listen to this pod.
Well, I'm glad he likes the show.
Not even him. It's just his last
just
brain cell.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything right now. He's in La La Land.
He's so alone up there.
It's just going through the motions. It's just all he can do is kind of shuffle around and throw a football. Poor guy. Okay. I got a letter here. It's from the NFL's YouTube channel. From the NFL's YouTube channel. It says, "Hey guys, big fan of the show. Wanted to write in and let you know what you will be required. Wanted to write in and let you know what will be required from you, the viewer, next year when YouTube fully takes over the NFL Sunday Ticket from DirecTV. So here is what you're going to need: a smart TV. I mean, obviously, a YouTube account. Duh. Extremely powerful Wi-Fi signal. Live streaming takes up much more bandwidth, so you must be prepared there. Extreme patience. We're going to show you ads. We're going to require all your personal information be input. We're going to need you to link your passport information. Why does a passport? What does a passport have to do with watching football? You will find out. Just enter the information if you want to watch the games. IT skills. You're going to need those. Problem solving will be on you, the user. That's why it's called YouTube. You thought DirecTV had bad customer service? Well, guess what? We don't have any. Good thing you'd always YouTube how to fix the YouTube problem, and our users will explain it to you. It'll make sense once you start using YouTube. You'll see. And most of all, extreme patience again. This is going to be a nightmare. Hope you like buffering. Signed, NFL's YouTube channel.
And Minecraft.
Yeah. So the dishes are out. There's no reason to install a big dish on the side of your TV anymore. I kind of liked it. Everybody's TV or games were synced up. When I was in New York over Christmas, like a week or so ago, I went out to try and watch Thursday Night Football. I had to go to 3 different places because 2 of them weren't playing it because they couldn't stream Amazon on their TVs because their TVs aren't smart TVs.
Right.
They only had fucking DirecTV or whatever it was. So they had every option except for so I couldn't even watch an NFL football game. So stupid. So we're moving fully there. It's all streaming, baby. No more channels.
Yep. Who needs it? Cut the cord. Sooner or later, it's going to be all going directly into our brains. So that's what we're setting up.
All I need, my one last note for YouTube, which I guess would also be my final thought. I'm gonna just go ahead and just skip you. Hey, YouTube, just because I like sports does not mean I'm also interested in secondary income and building my wealth. And like, I'm not broke. All right. I'm not trying to figure out how to turn $10 into $1,000 by pretending to buy homes and like putting up fictitious mortgages and shit. Leave that fucking wealth building shit out of my ads. Just show me the soap and ass. I don't need any other ads.
I hate it. I hate this YouTube thing. That's my final thought. Just to follow up on that, it's going to be great for us and easier for people who have laptops, but not everybody can do that, especially NFL fans. So, yikes! Can't wait to explain it to my family every week.
You said it's on YouTube. You said it's a YouTube. Hey, excuse me. Hey, get Daniel on the phone. You call it a you? Who's the tube?
No. Don't do this. They like their DirecTV. It's so easy and straightforward and 20 years ago. Oh, Danny, final thought.
I'll just get off of this and go into quickly the fun heel turn that we've gotten from Mac tonight. All of a sudden, he's a dirty player. I didn't even notice it.
I love it.
Now they got all this evidence. I didn't know he was a fucking asshole. Good for him. Have an identity.
That's the first thing I've learned about Mac Jones is he's a prick who tries to injure other players. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry we went real long again. Probably.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for picking the Rams. That's crazy. I'm sorry.